Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all, and welcome to Al-Harith vlog. This is what another Swedish politician has to say after the recent burning of the Qur'an in the name of Richard Jomshof or whatsoever they call him. He says, if they get upset that the Muslims burn 100 more Qur'ans, as a Muslim, when you hear such a statement, you have to feel that anger, you have to feel that pain. And if you search your heart and you do not find that pain, that anger in you, even if a little, then please search your heart. Maybe there are some particles of nifaq in your heart and you do not know. Because this is all we stand for. The Quran is all we stand for. The Quran is the only reason why we still have Islam till today. The Quran is the only reason why we remain guided till this very moment. The Quran is the only reason why every other person on earth is jealous of Islam. But we are going to throw him a real challenge here. We will tell him the meaning of the saying of Allah, Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikr wa inna lahu lahafidhun. Verily we are the ones who sent down the book, and verily we are going to protect it. Allah has taken up upon himself to be the one to protect the book. And the reality is enough to teach everyone that has got some sense up here a lesson, so that they should not try each time and fail and keep trying again, because they will never succeed. Really? So you think burning 100 mushaf of the Quran is a big deal? If you burn 100 mushaf of the Quran in 1 minute, then know that 10,000 masahif are being printed in that same minute to be shared to Muslims all over the world for free of charge. If Christians buy the Bible to read, the Muslims receive the Quran as a gift to study. That is not even enough. If we take you down to one small village there in Africa, in a small mosque there, we will only ask the little children that are learning the Quran, who are still writing the Quran on wood to produce the Quran, and they will write it. In fact, on average, every single Muslim that prays 5 daily prayers do not memorize less than 15 surahs of the Quran. This is the only holy scripture where everyone strives to memorize, not only to read perfectly, but to memorize. The young, the youth, the old, everyone at every level of their life is trying to memorize the Quran. And the illiterate, I can say, he just has no clue of what Islam is and of what knowledge means in Islam. If we can just give him an example of the Tatar that attacked Iraq, and it said that they destroyed libraries in Iraq and destroyed Muslims' books that were still written with ink. They dumped the book in the river until the river changed to the color of the ink that was used in writing those books. But still yet today, the Muslims has got the biggest volume of write-ups everywhere. When an alim in Islam writes a book, he makes proofs from the Holy Quran with the verses of the Quran. If we were just to go into these books and pick out those verses from the Quran that they use as dalil in their write-ups, we will make the Quran within the blink of an eye. I guess this is too much for the people already, because they cannot challenge the Quran. They can never challenge the Quran. It's far above a human being to challenge the Quran. So back to the Muslims. It should not make us just relax and say that no, Allah will protect his book. No. It's also a challenge from Allah to us to test our faith, to test our iman when such things happen. So we have to condemn it and make everything possible to protect the Quran, and to make sure that the message of the Quran is protected and seen in us. Until we meet in the next video, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.